When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm.
Well, welcome back to my Photographing Ireland series, and I've resumed my journey back in Donegal where I left off in my last vlog. And this is a place that I have dreamt of coming to. It's a long haul to get here. It's a long drive from Dublin. The weather is drizzly, overcast. It's a typical summer's day in Ireland, but what a location. Seastack Central on Port, County Donegal, and it's a long and winding road to get down here. I'm camping here for the night, and I may spend a couple of nights here. And I'm going to conclude the series of vlogs in Donegal here in Port. I may drop into the Slieve League Cliffs, the highest cliffs in Europe, on the way home, but I really want to focus in this area. It's a truly special place. There is absolutely nobody down here. There's no facilities down here. There's a small Airbnb cottage, and I just have the tent and the car and have the place to myself. So just on the cliff edge here in Port, there's a river, a stream that flows off the edge of the cliff into the sea, and the backdrop is just magnificent with sea stacks and cliffs in the distance, with mist catching the tops of the mountains there.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right.
Well, I must admit I didn't get a sound night's sleep in my tent last night, and the sound of the stream was gushing with the rainfall, and the rain never stopped overnight. It was forecast for heavy rain this morning, but I've been lucky enough so far. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, I've retraced my steps from yesterday evening, and there's great definition in the sky this morning where there was none yesterday evening, and although the light is still flat, it's not as flat as it was last night, and I'm going to continue up and walk to the Stirral Ridge, a wonderful rock formation and a fantastic cliff walk here between Port and Glencolumkill. Well, I've stopped a few times on the way up here. I'm literally only 300 yards from where the car is parked, and I just saw the rocks behind me here and the sky, and I thought that would make a nice long exposure photograph, and that's what I've taken. So I had to bump up the ISO to around 250 to put the 15 stop on, thereby giving me a 4-minute exposure. And I've had a quick look at that in the back of the camera, and it looks pretty okay. So I'm happy enough with that. First shot of the day, so let's get on with the walk.
sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for.
Well, this is a magnificent stretch of coastline from Onport through to Glencolumkill, and I've come to the first viewpoint of the Sturrell Ridge, and it really is a monster of a ridge. I have seen videos previously of people walking along the top, that serrated edge, and it truly is awe-inspiring. I won't be doing that today, not a chance. Actually, I'm actually not going to go further up because there's some very heavy rain due. Well, I've struggled this morning with compositions, you know. I've one or two photographs, but the light was uninspiring. But perseverance, it's a wonderful trait to have, and sometimes I don't have it. But this morning I stuck with it. I tried a lot of compositions, and then I ventured down a bank of grass to the very cliff edge here. You can see the cliff drops away very sharply here, right behind me. And lo and behold, I've captured a beautiful compositions. I got sick of my long exposures, so I've just used what's on this camera now, which is a soft and a hard grad, because I wanted to bring drama into those clouds. Well, after a nap and a bite to eat, I've made my way north towards Ardra, and I'm stumped by how stunning the coastal scenery here is around Onport, and I'm hesitant about visiting other sites on this peninsula around Glencolumkill, Mallinbeg and the Sleeveleague Cliffs, and I'm just going to stay the night here tonight and try to capture a sunset. It's shaping up nicely. It's 5 hours to sunset, but I'm going to continue on up the head here to, I think it's called Glenlock Bay, and we'll see what that bay holds with regards to sea stacks. But as you can see behind me here, these are the sea stacks that I was photographing from way in the distance, far, far away, with a 135mm lens. And I'm surprised at how distant they are to each other, because in that compressed shot I had the onstacka, as it's called, a small stack in the centre of the bay at Onport, and then I had a large stack behind that, and then this chap here with the two prongs that you see beneath me, and the massive stack further out to sea. So in that photograph, and I'll put that photograph up here now for you to see, you can see them all lined up as if they're right beside each other. But it's a fair hike from one to the other. And I'm going to proceed on up now, and let's see what this next steep mound beyond that offers us. Well, it's been a full day's landscape photography today, and I'm wiped at this stage. So this is Glenlock Bay that we see beneath us, and as you can see that the light's quite flat. Everything's really happening back in this direction where the sun will be setting later on, and that's where I'm going to head now.
We wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right.